Well, imagine hearing the words, your child has cancer. The fear and the worry, and for many families, life simply stops. WKYT's Amber Philpott joins us with more on why this year's St. Jude Dream Home giveaway is so important.
Well, the money we raise goes right to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. At that facility, there is hope for families with some of the sickest children. Tonight, how one woman provides a little normalcy at a time when nothing is normal. When families find their way to St. Jude in Memphis, it's because they've been given the worst news. Their child is facing a cancer diagnosis. The doctors, nurses, and staff welcome families in with open arms. It's something Reynaldo remembers when he and his family came from Puerto Rico for his treatment, and it's a feeling he never forgot.
And something that's really important for me, and I think really important for a lot of people that are going through cancer, is that support system.
At St. Jude, we know that doctors are hard at work each day treating children with cancer. Researchers are also working hard to try and find a cure. But there are other heroes working behind the scenes of St. Jude, people like Michaela Sheridan. For 18 years, she's been teaching children at the Memphis-based hospital while they are undergoing treatment.
The kids here appreciate school because it's one of the only normal things they get to do during the day. They know when they come to school, they're not going to be poked, prodded.
Sheridan works with students kindergarten through 5th grade. From the day she's assigned a student, she gets right to work crafting their class time.
Once we get assigned a student, we will call the school, get all of their books, all of their assignments, everything that they're doing back home to keep them on track with their classmates. So when they go back home, they can just transition back in.
At St. Jude, the focus is always on the whole patient. That means treating the cancer, but also providing normalcy. Sheridan says her job is one of the most rewarding. The time children spend with her is a time they don't have to think about being sick.
Yes, some of these babies are extremely sick, and that's okay. That's why they're here, and we know that's their focus, but we do try to distract them from the hard stuff.
Sheridan is also grateful to the support shown to St. Jude. The money raised through the Dream Home giveaway in turn supports St. Jude and ultimately her classroom, and it allows her to not only teach her students but love on them through a difficult time.
Every single penny goes back to these kids. I see it every day. It is so worth it. Like, you are helping save somebody's life.
And to get your tickets today, scan the QR code that you see right now on the screen. You can also find more information in the St. Jude tab on WKYT.com and inside our WKYT News app.
All right.